Nobody I know. 550,000 subscribers on YouTube alone. I get so many emails. It's unbelievable. I don't know who this broad is, but she's out of here. I get so many emails. It's unbelievable. And I've only got one email that says, Richie, you're going to burn in hell. God will deal with you because 4 of my family members died of COVID. And I looked at Mike Decker and said, see this? I said, dude, if you can produce any proof that even one person you know, I don't care if their family members died, I'll take down every video right now. And you know what I heard? Crickets. This is bullshit. It's all complete and utter lies. And that's where we stand. But this just continues. And now, they've already done the COVID. They've done the racial thing. That's kind of fizzling out. So they're bringing COVID back up. Nobody's really believing it. You've got sheriffs going, don't wear a mask, don't be a sheep.
Come on, buddy, come with me.
That's not helpful.
We got to go grab a car.
They're going to do something else. There'll be another event. And it'll be just in time for Independence Day. And if you... I don't care if you've got kids, I don't care if you've got grandkids, children, if it's a family tradition. If you go outside and light a firework and celebrate anything, you're a sucker, you're a fool, you're a sheep. I hate to say it, and I know people love 4th of July, but dude, this is ridiculous. These motherfuckers. Hold on, you know what? Let's stop this. And I say this one because I always know this. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from the evil one. For thy is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever. In Jesus' holy name we pray. Glasses are dirty and I'm getting a little agitated and I don't want to keep swearing, but I mean, dude, it gets bad. You don't even know the half of it. It gets bad. It gets bad because I am watching this entire thing literally circling, and now these dudes are just straight up telling me the plan. I never in my entire life thought I'd see the World Economic Forum just come rolling out. Hey, you know what, guys? Look at all this crazy stuff going on. Look at all these, it's just so ironic. Look at all these corporations dumping oil into the ocean and nuclear radiation and all these other things and trash and pollution and all this stuff that's in the sky and CO2 and all this. It's amazing watching them do this when it's all them. It's all them. I don't own any corporations. I don't cut deals with the federal governments of the world to pollute a little more, raise the amount of acceptable fluoride, genetically modified products. I'm not the one that lets Monsanto pay $10 billion and admit no fault and walk away. I mean, are you kidding me? But then they come out and they say, join us, sign up, the Great Reset, it'll be awesome. We'll just go right over to a digital dollar, we'll put you on a social credit system, and everything will be phenomenal. We're going to unfund those stupid police. We don't want them anymore. We don't want people with guns. We'll just go to all the robotics and all the things we've been setting up all around you for years, telling you it was for your entertainment. It's for your entertainment. Are you entertained? I mean, are you entertained? Because this is getting to it. I almost want to laugh, but I have a soft spot for that pretty little blonde girl that men would fight wars to protect. That little old woman who lived her entire life correctly. The 70-year-old dudes that have paid all their taxes and they follow all their rules and they register their cars and they do all that. It doesn't matter. The Great Reset is changing the rules entirely. Everybody will be put into a small mega city. And a lot of people got to go. But that's not a problem because I believe 5G, once it's up and running, will be called another pandemic of sort when people do start dropping. And I believe 5G will be blood type specific. Certain people, certain bloodlines will not be able to handle 5G, just like certain people can't handle chemtrails and they show symptoms in the form of Morgellons. You follow what I'm saying? things are going to get ugly. Imagine that. Things are going to get bad, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Richie from Boston, and things are going to get bad. Well, it's just absolutely unbelievable. So, this woman bought cat litter, and the cat would not touch it. You see, I thought we had problems, but that's crazy. I'm just busting your balls, lady. Face like the sky, whatever it is. Face the sky, whatever. Things are going, well, you're right. Things haven't, no. I disagree, Bill P4. Things have started, but things are going to escalate exponentially. They have to. They've got the momentum. They've got the ball. They've got people jumping left, right, center. So they're not going to let go of this. They're going to pull something else, and they're going to do it right before 4th of July or on 4th of July. You know, a lot of people keep saying alien invasion. I don't know, man. I don't know. Anita Vaughn, I'm blocking you because you just wrote Trump 2020. And you didn't indicate sarcasm. We won't have any of that disinformation in here. So, yeah, see, the thing is, Russ, I'm not great on that, but enough smarter people have mentioned that you could be completely and entirely right, man. Should I research Yuri Bezmenov? Really? You mean the guy that's been up on my channel about 7 different times, including right now still? I'll look into it. Thanks. I love when people do that. It annoys me. How's that? What's up, Eric? There's one-eye symbolism there. You better not open a YouTube channel to say you're a Freemason.
Huh.
We don't even talk. Trump is irrelevant. Trump is irrelevant. Let's put that this way. Your stuff is backwards. I'm on a different laptop. The other one, apparently whenever I use this one, the volume is jumped. And then 744 people say, Richie, your volume's no good. Like, yeah. Yeah, well, believe it or not, Wesley, I could have a much better YouTube channel if it wasn't all about this stuff. Check this out. I show people Jailbreak Overlander. Jailbreak Overlander is my respite from this, because you can't do this all day, because you lose your entire mind. I spend all my time driving around in an old truck that eats a shitload of gas, and I go off in the woods, and I try to kill myself, and I never do, so I videotape it, and I put it up on Jailbreak. Some person commented on that and said, I like this channel much better than Richie from Boston. Not a lot of that tinfoil hat stuff and all that and whatnot. And it's like, block. Because I got no time for that. That's nonsense. That's not. If you want to look at Jailbreak, have at it. I'm inviting you to look at what I'm doing when I'm not doing this. If you don't want to, then don't. I don't care. Posterity gives me something to do. You know what I mean? It's unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. Right? That's what I'm trying to say. Vacation in a bit. Let's just, the one saying Trump, let's just drop him. Let's not even talk about that dude. It's irrelevant. You might as well say Kermit the Frog's running for president next year and he's going to change everything, because the chances of that happening are identical to interjecting Joe Biden, Donald Trump, or anybody, Snoop Doggy Dogg, Dr. Dre. It doesn't matter. The president of the Corporation of America that was
run that back.
They have to. They've got the momentum. They've got the ball. They've got people jumping left, right, and center. So they're not going to let go of this. They're going to pull something else, and they're going to do it right before 4th of July or on 4th of July. You know, a lot of people keep saying alien invasion. I don't know, man. I don't know. Anita Vaughn, I'm blocking you because you just wrote Trump 2020. You didn't indicate sarcasm. We won't have any of that disinformation in here. So, yeah, see, the thing is, Russ, I'm not great on that, but enough smarter people have mentioned that you could be completely and entirely right, man. Should I research Yuri Bezmenov? Really? You mean the guy that's been up on my channel about 7 different times, including right now still? I'll look into it. Thanks. I love when people do that. It annoys me. How's that? What's up, Eric? There's one-eye symbolism there. You better not open a YouTube channel to say you're a Freemason. We don't even talk. Trump is irrelevant. Trump is irrelevant. Let's put that this way. Your stuff is backwards. I'm on a different laptop. The other one, apparently whenever I use this one, the volume is junk. And then 744 people say, Richie, your volume's no good. So, yeah. Yeah, well, believe it or not, Wesley, I could have a much better YouTube channel if it wasn't all about this stuff. Check this out. Check this out. I show people Jailbreak Overlander. Jailbreak Overlander is my respite from this, because you can't do this all day, because you lose your entire mind. You lose your entire mind. I spend all my time driving around in an old truck that eats a shitload of gas, and I go off in the woods, and I try to kill myself. And I never do, so I videotape it, and I put it up on Jailbreak. Some person commented on that and said, I like this channel much better than Richie from Boston. Not a lot of that tinfoil hat stuff and all that and whatnot. And it's like, blocked. Because I got no time for that. That's nonsense. That's not. If you want to look at Jailbreak, have at it. I'm inviting you to look at what I'm doing when I'm not doing this. If you don't want to, then don't. I don't care. Posterity gives me something to do. You know what I mean? It's unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. Right? That's what I'm trying to say. Vacation in a bit. Let's just, and I'm looking at the comments, every other one saying Trump. Let's just drop it. Let's just drop it. Let's not even talk about that dude. It's irrelevant. You might as well say Kermit the Frog's running for president next year, and he's going to change everything, because the chances of that happening are identical to integration Joe Biden, Donald Trump, or anybody. Snoop Doggy Dogg, Dr. Dre. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The president of the Corporation of America that was dissolved when this whole thing began, that's still a thing. You do not tell the Native Americans, oh, yo, dog, by the way, we're going to be backing up on that reservation we gave you, so you're going to have to vacate because we're breaking the trust. It doesn't work like that. The USA is over, which is why the World Economic Forum is feeling their oaths and coming out on YouTube. They're coming out absolutely everywhere telling you, Great Reset's coming. A great big reset coming, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be awesome. As a matter of fact, you should join up with us. All these old dudes, all these old rich guys with accents, they're phenomenal. Of course, they're all about us. I mean, they live in literal castles. They live in literal castles, but they're going to take care of everything for you. All is well. And you know what's the sad thing? As funny as that might be, people are going to buy it. They're going to fall for it, because there's going to be so much drama, and people still don't seem to understand the economic fallout of this entire thing. The national debt, what they show us on the American National Debt Clock, we're pushing 27 trillion. 27 trillion. That's what they show us. It's at like, it doesn't even matter. It's at like 250 to 400 trillion dollars. I don't know. I'm not good at remembering stuff like that, but it's literally more. We owe more than there are things on earth of value to repay it. That's balancing a checkbook. But the deal is, they ain't gonna pay it. They took everything of value. That was the main thing that they did right off the rip when this entire thing started. The federal government, the Federal Reserve, started buying and buying and buying every mineral, every resource, every piece of valuable land. They own that. And people seem to, that's the beauty of this. There's just so much nonsensical bullshit swirling and going on and on and on. That still happened. Trump still called up 1 million people that just got out of the military. Oh, you guys have been in war for 4 to 8 to 12 years, and you're done? Oh, goodness gracious, COVID-19, we're going to have to call you back up. That's still a thing. Defunding the police, that's just all part of the equation. Days of Noah talked about this at length in several of his live streams, and one when he was on with me. They don't need cops anymore. Cops are unreliable. Cops might not beat somebody over the head because they jaywalked, or because they didn't pay their rent beforehand, or they didn't do with the social credit rating system that I've been warning you about since Canada started using the carrot system. Remember that video a couple of years ago where I said, dude, this is the same shit as in China. It's not good. Where we're going. It's the New World Order, straight up and down. Most of us won't be here because of what we think, and we refuse to unthink it. I'll never, ever, ever say 2 + 2 is 5.
Mm.
We're living on an earth where Common Core was kind of a big deal with some parents and such, but not really. It didn't even make any sense, man. Machines are cheaper, smarter, with less liability, no health care plan needed, and they won't second guess themselves. They won't have pity. They won't feel bad. I'd be a terrible machine, and I'm in Days of Noah would as well. I'm guessing. I should have hit you up, but I just saw you did a live stream, so I didn't want to. I didn't want to overwhelm. No.
Relax, Richie. Simmer down.
Well, that's nice. That's nice. That's nice. Everything is Bill Gates at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Almost everything. But like I said, these dudes are literally raping the world monetarily and otherwise, I'm sure. And I brought this up several months ago, and YouTube pulled it down. Well, really graceful just broke it down really gracefully in this video where she shows how these guys are just making absolute obscene amounts of money while everyone else is getting F'd in their A's, and they're actually getting grants from the government, which is your taxpayer dollars allegedly, or however that even works. I'm almost a trillionaire. Hey, government, can you give me $5 billion so I can keep space things in the sky if space for real? Blah 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 blah. You might want to watch this video. You know what? They actually pop a link in the chat. I help out a lot of channels. It's funny, right? And they always F me in the end. Grace, you're on deck, so feel free to get to F'ing. Yeah, she did a good video on it. She broke it down, but I mean that's ridiculous, right? But that's an actual fiction. That's a trip. That's a trip. We live in a strange place. We're literally building our own demise. Technology will be the end of it. Technology is giving a physical form to fallen entities. I've been telling you for years, and people are like, that is the stupidest thing anyone's ever said in the world. And it's like, well, strangely enough, I'm simply repeating what the people that paid, developed, and created this machine said in this paragraph, in this report, in these white papers. And they're like, you're white papers, you're so dumb. That's dumb. Patriots are playing dumb. Yeah, page one. Page one. We're in for a rough one. And they are going to slam the throttle down because COVID, I don't see it making a rebound the way, I mean, sure, everybody's wearing a mask because that's easy enough. I ain't wearing a mask. I won't wear a mask. I'm not wearing a mask. I don't want to say it clear all. I'm not wearing a mask. Don't wear a mask. Wearing a mask and then pulling it down. I mean, it's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's totally, utterly, completely ridiculous. 4 days ago, national mainstream media. 4 days ago, the coronavirus is getting weaker. Could disappear without vaccine. Doctor suggests. It's always doctor or expert. Doctor, never anybody's name. They don't have to. They don't have to. She can't pronounce names. Sheep just go or whatever. How do you sound with them? You know what I mean? Like a sheep. They can't say names, so they just say doctor. Ridiculous. Absolutely, utterly ridiculous. I hate passing. I was thinking of being tools out of my truck and shit. But I'm sure we'll call it. Let's all read this one together. Richie, why don't you ever call out white supremacists like Trump in his base? Are you an absolute... You know what? This is rhetorical. Now, if you don't know what that means, but I guess you don't. It means I already know the answer. So here we go. Are you an asshole, dude? Why don't you ever... Because I don't spend 1 second of my day thinking about this utter, ridiculous puppet show, political theater that's on television to make people dumber like you that can't even put their thumbnail on right side up. Okay? There's your answer. There's your fame, homie. White supremacist. Shut up. Oh. Oh. It doesn't. Indeed. Indeed. world's gonna get wicked crazy. That is the creepiest thumbnail ever. Unless that's what you look like when you're beautiful. But, yeah. Well, because this is just impromptu. Like I said, I watched Tracy's video and I was like, I remember that. The mainstream said billionaires have been they made $434 billion more during COVID, and then 2 days later it was all retracted. Oh no, they didn't make it. Those poor billionaires, they're just scraping by. Well, they own the media, so they were like, hey, change that. Get rid of it. Don't tell these assholes. Like, they might wake them up, and then someone said, they're not gonna wake up. We're censoring the stuffing out of them. They can't get a bed. They can't get 2 videos in a row without somebody taking them down. You know what I mean? Let's all agree to burn our mess. That would be great, but you cannot get anybody. You cannot get 20 people to do the same thing. Tomorrow, in the Ozarks, where I was just at, and then I was just there before, and I was just there before, allegedly, Antifa and Black Lives Matter are coming to the town of Eminence, Missouri tomorrow. You all better be out there and stand your ground, because I can't get there in enough time. I won't make it to Missouri. It's almost 9 o'clock now. There's no way. There's no way. And you know what? I shouldn't have to. I shouldn't have to. You guys are all living down there with your country talk and your Second Amendment. Stand your ground. Stand your ground. If enough of you do your job, the cops will have no choice but to do their job. You know what I'm saying? It's about time somebody did something. This is all absolute utter bullshit. We took a protest on a staged event, put in their paid people, have them not military. FYI, just so you know, psychological operation. It's all by design. Bad. Be the resistance you want to see, like, fully and utterly agree. Are you an idiot? Did you just understand? How can I call out somebody that I paid 0 attention to? You fool. You fool. You called out Black Lives Matter. I called out Black Lives Matter. You know what? You gotta go. All right. Whoever's the moderator, get rid of this dude. He's too stupid to leave a comment. What a jerk. How come you won't label someone that you don't pay any attention to? Because I'm not an asshole.
What miracle did you want me to perform?
Absolutely unbelievable. I explained 3 years ago, before it was fashionable, in the video that's still up to this day, to Black Lives Matter. That's the name of it. 3 years ago. They're being used. You know what I mean? Being used, and now they're being used as a political tool by the same people that are the cause of Black Lives Matter needing to exist. See what I'm saying? The elites, the politicians, all this machine is targeted at one specific group of people forever. They tell us, I don't know, more than the last 50 years, forever. Piss them off, fill them with drugs and violence and gangster rap, and load their cities with crack cocaine and coke and heroin and guns and alcohol, and make sure none of them do their jobs. And then when they need them, they go in there, they light a match, they set it off, they get people protesting, and then they send in the infiltrators. There goes the riot. See what I'm saying? Absolute. Absolute. So, I don't know anybody. I know some dumb hillbillies. My bad, dumb redneck. I know a lot of dumb people. I grew up in a dumb place. I grew up in a place where being white was the wrong shade. But we still all got along. Everybody respected each other. Dude, you know how many times I've been in the can? You know what I'm saying? You're in jail. You're outnumbered. We still all got along. And I still got hit inciting the riot. So, in jail. So there's that. So, I don't know who you are, but using their word right now, both sides want to reset. Using their word right now is exactly what they want you to do. Do you see what I mean? There is no reset. We need to eliminate these people off the earth or be ready to meet our maintenance. One or the two. I don't see the numbers to eliminate anybody. I just don't see it. Every place I look, the only person not wearing a mask for the most part is me. So, I don't know. Carmen, then pick what you say to people more carefully. Most people I don't talk to. I don't say any, hey, how are you, what's up, blah, blah. I don't say it. I don't say it because it doesn't matter. You're not going to hear it. And most people that I run into that, oh my God, it just happened. It happens a lot. They start telling me about chemtrails. Like, yeah, I know this. And they just start rambling, unloading, so to speak. Pick your battle. If people can't see chemtrails in the sky, they're not going to hear anything. How do you not notice the sky? I mean, when you're standing outside, half of what you're seeing, 50%, is the sky. You don't notice people up there playing tic-tac-toe? They're not going to notice anything. So, I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Live it out loud. Live it out loud.
Yeah, you're about to get beat if you're number one in this challenge.
Let's listen. I don't care what color anybody is. It's us against
this car is sick. That's the only reason I'm about to win it.
Assholes that are tricking the entire world, and they're doing it again. I mean, I cannot believe they're going to try for this twice, and yet Texas is already backing up. You know what I'm saying? States are already backing up. I've only seen a couple of law enforcement dudes actually stand up and say, I'm not wearing a mask, I can shoot. But this is Agenda 21. This is the end of the dollar. This is the end of freedom. This is the end of private property.
Wow, you're going to do me like that when I'm in the middle of the challenge?
Absolutely everything. And people let them. Oh, your grandmother died and left you $1 million? Well, you got to get $600,000 from the government. Sorry, it's inheritance tax. Nothing we can do. Oh, you paid off your house, you own your property now? Yeah, we forgot about that property tax, so you'll never own your property. Oh, you don't have property tax?
This is Morse.
Great. Water.
I think we can handle that.
You know what I mean?
With Morse, it's mutual.
Keep going. So,
this dude sent his buddy over and kill me, so he didn't.
They have to do something else. They have to bring it to another level.
Number
because
one.
I don't see everybody go back in your house for the summertime. I don't see that working. So, well, masks are just absolutely, utterly ridiculous. If any of this were actually accurate, if diseases could be spread in an airborne fashion, they're too small that a stupid face mask or a bandana wouldn't stop anything. It's absolutely, utterly ridiculous. All it's doing is training the bazillion cameras that are in all of our communities. They don't even need your face. Because if they were ever going to try to pull a reset under just straight up violence, we all came out with guns and masks on.
Now they give me my car.
This takes care of all. You know what I mean? It also lets them know that we can do whatever we want to these people. Constitution, Bill of Rights, get them. Bill of Rights. Go sit in your house and stay in there. We'll let you know when you come out. No. The kids ain't going to school either. You know what? Just shut up. You're lucky you got electricity. Hours of printed down. Here we go. Be ready. It's coming. They told us absolutely everything. I don't think this particular item is going to be much of an issue for myself and most of the people. We'll have already taken 38 caliber antidepressants by one of the law enforcement officers, I'm sure. But for the rest of them, they'll be doing biometric.
What's up, DC?
Never bothered to look up and don't understand what biometric means. We're just going to shoot these little tiny robots into your bloodstream. They're going to stay in there forever. They're going to be upgraded wirelessly, and they're going to change your DNA, like CRISPR technology. It'll be phenomenal.
It'll be phenomenal.
You can watch. Well,
it'll make you crispy.
Reliability is everything. So if your network's down, you're down. And that's why you trust us, the most reliable network in America.
Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's Richie from Boston. Hey, what's up, YouTube? 2020, the elites have let us know that they're not going to stop. They're going from pandemic to racial to the second wave that is coming. And they're also messing with deliveries and food supply. Be ready. Don't be one of those people that's going to be completely, utterly dependent on the government. Again, when COVID broke out, I did no advertising whatsoever at all. It appears that we have a small window, so get this while you can. Order it, you won't be left out.
What's up, Buck?
Now, someone left a comment saying, can you make videos on how to bug out and how to prepare, etc. Well, here's my other YouTube channel.
At all. Because some of us have been...
In 2020, the elites have let us know that they're not going to stop. They're going from pandemic to racial to the second wave that is coming. And they're also messing with deliveries and food supplies. Be ready. Don't be one of those people that's going to be completely and utterly dependent on the government. Again, when COVID broke out, I did no advertising whatsoever at all. It appears that we have a small window, so get this while you can. If you order it, they will ship it. You won't be left out in the cold. Now, someone left a comment saying, can you make videos on how to bug out and how to prepare, etc. Well, here's my other close and people dying from abortions. Those things are just business as usual. Let's stick with this pandemic. Now, the reason I bring up these numbers is because they're getting ready to get you into a second lockdown. And if Americans even consider for one moment locking themselves in and putting up with this bullshit all over again, you deserve to be the biometrically coerced slaves that you're going to be. You'll be robbed of your soul. You will discover that you indeed were created by a loving God who simply asked that you believe in him. But you didn't. You believed in science. You believed in the mainstream media. So you will get exactly what you deserve. Am I a little agitated? Do I sound a little pissed off? Yeah. You know why? Because of all these arrogant, ignorant... What's up, YouTube? It's Richie from Boston. It is the 21st of November. Stand by. Take your time. Got it. All right. I guess 8 o'clock was being a little too optimistic. I can't really make it that far. 8 o'clock is, for this guy, too late. Blue on Black. I Am Love, I Am Peace. Lisa Lavender. Thomas Allen. TM Studios 11. Constance Jackson.
If you've ever had this feeling that something was terribly wrong with the world that we live in, but you couldn't figure out just what it was, then you've come to the right place. Secret societies, mystery religions, and the Illuminati have been controlling our reality since the beginning of time. But not anymore, because there is an awakening happening, and you are about to become a part of it. Wake up, because this is a call for an uprising.
This is a call for an uprising. Welcome to today's show. I'm going to show you a video clip in a minute that is just unbelievable that we're seeing this on television, that people still think that we're all crazy. But why do they think that? Because they tie this stuff into fiction. They tie this stuff into ridiculous stuff like professional wrestling. And people just, they see it and they laugh at it. Now, I've covered this character before, Bray Wyatt. And the character is pretty much portraying somebody who's demonically possessed. He has altars. He's a regular guy, then he's a demon. He's demonically possessed. And he asks people to let him in. It's really unbelievable stuff. I've covered it many times over. And again, I want to thank a subscriber for posting this on my website at callforunuprising.com. I greatly appreciate it. If you haven't checked out the website, please do. Consider becoming a member for $2.99 a month. Great information being shared there. This is where we can all get the truth out, not worry about the censorship here on YouTube. And it's an easy way for us to interact with the community going. So check it out if you haven't. So thank you to that person. Take a look at this clip. This aired, this isn't just, for those of you that don't know, professional wrestling isn't what it was in the 80s, when it actually was like kind of entertaining. It's beyond mainstream now. They cover professional wrestling, even though they admit it's not a sport, on ESPN, on SportsCenter, things like that. The stock is like almost $100 a share. Last time I checked, it was when I did a video on it. And on top of that, they're now on Fox, right? And Fox, of course, 666, which I've talked about before in numerology and gematria. But that means it's national. This isn't like basic cable. This isn't like the old days. This is national. Fox is one of the biggest channels, if not the biggest channel out there. And take a look what they were playing for the kids out there to see.
Race your mind into the muscle man dead. Race your mind.
Let me in, let it all in, but don't let those reptilians in. Oh, no. Don't let the reptilians in. I'll just take off your hook. You gotta tell them to stop it. Stop it, reptilians. Stop it.
Let me in.
You can't make it up, can you? Now, first of all, let's dissect this, because not only are we seeing, you know, just the basic symbology that I talk about, which I'll go through right here. You're also seeing Bible verse, which is pretty rare. There's actually quoting Revelation if you pause it. Remember, I've talked about this before. They flash imagery really, really fast. People aren't going to pick up on it, right? People aren't going to rewind and click and pause and go through every millisecond of these frames and these shots. But that's what I'm doing here to show you what they're doing. There's imagery, ends up going into your subconscious mind. Your mind is still reading and processing this, but you're on a conscious level, you're not. Okay, you're just seeing the whole theatrical production here. That's why they use imagery all the time in videos to program people, but people don't realize that their brain works on two different levels, conscious and a subconscious level. So we get him talking about reptilians, right? I mean, you got to be kidding me here, right? It's not about reptilians, which obviously is a way to trigger people, because when people hear reptilians, they automatically dismiss it, and they, lizard people. We hear, Colbert and all these people. This is another way of speaking about demons and demonic possession. And then by the term reptilian, people think it's like some crazy thing like that picture they showed of some green thing. Okay, but he's clearly playing a character who is demonically possessed, who wants people to let him in. You saw a sign held up that said, "Let me in." And who's standing there holding up the sign? Well, that's, a portrayal of Lucifer, of the devil. That's what that's supposed to be, whether that's what he looks like or not. That's what he's supposed to be. That's what he's telling you, right? Let me in. And then how does all this other stuff tie into it? How interesting, right, that we see the Freemasonry compass. Why? That must be a real coincidence. I mean, what is he, just like watching my channel and other truthers? And none of us are like mainstream. None of us are on television shows. Nobody knows who we are except you guys on YouTube who follow our channels. So where does he get this information from? These, people like us who talk about the connection between Freemasonry and worshiping Lucifer and these secret societies and how they network into the occult. Huh, interesting, right? A character who is demonically possessed, talking about his alters and split personalities, even mentioning Freemasonry, right? Oh, but he's trolling me. This is what the dummies out there say. He's trolling channels like us and people like us. I mean, this is a company that's a billion-dollar company with, just millions of views. Probably, look at how many views the YouTube channel gets alone. Yeah, and they're trolling little old me who gets 20,000 views. Let's just troll some of these guys like Call for an Uprising and the others out there. No, that's not what's happening here. This is the truth right in front of your face. The connections.
What you need, boss? Some wheels? I can bring them around.
Sonic compass. What a shock, right? What else do we see? We see obviously the blatantly obvious, which is constant showing of the pyramid, the all-seeing.
It's coming at you.
Right?
All right, I'll get back to work.
Bill, but they also even go out to show you just blatantly obvious, pyramids inside of circles, all that kind of stuff. Then you even have, pyramids with lightning bolts, right? And I've talked about the lightning bolt in Luke chapter 10, verse 18. So he said to them, I saw Satan fall like lightning from heaven. That's why we always see the lightning bolt. But again, it's not because these people love thunderstorms.
LJT here. You heard the expression, money doesn't grow on trees?
David Bowie was
it doesn't grow in your money factory either.
Right? Well, we never see snowflakes or anything like that. I guess they don't like the rain when it comes to lightning. They just like lightning on its own. I don't know. I guess I'm just making this stuff up because it's only everywhere constantly, but people refuse to look at the signs and the symbols. So you see the lightning bolt, the pyramids. You see obviously the reptilian with the all-seeing eye. Then you see the Egyptian. The Egyptian nonsense, right? Because all this stuff ties into Babylon. And then you actually get, in addition to some other satanic stuff I'll show you, you actually get Bible scripture That's right, they actually put Bible scripture up there, right for everybody to see, and they're referencing the book of Revelation, chapter 6, verse 8. It said, and I looked, and behold, a pale horse, and his name that sat on him was Death, and he fell, and hell followed with him. Excuse me. So, and I looked, and behold, a pale horse, and his name that sat on him was Death, and hell followed with him. Revelation chapter 6, verse 8. Right behind him. Referencing this stuff. Right? Remember, this is a spiritual warfare. This stuff is really going on. Sure, so it must be a huge coincidence, right? I mean, how many things do I cover on a daily basis? Showing you that they're always referencing God and they're always referencing the devil. And who are they making look cool, right? They're making Lucifer into the protagonist, Christians and Jesus into the bad guys, our Father in heaven into the villain, inverting everything here on earth. That's what they're doing, and that's what they've been doing, and people don't want to see it. This guy, Bray Wyatt, is the most popular character in the WWE. You can read the comment section below on these WWE videos, and everybody's like drooling. Oh, it's the coolest character ever. He's the only reason that WWF or WWE is still good, right? Pushing this guy as the main guy, the protagonist, the demonically possessed one, who normally this would be like a villain, like a scary character or something in a horror film. No, this is the cool guy, and of course he's their world champion, even though it's fake. That he's the guy, if they have the belt on one of these guys, that means that they're the main guy. They're the guys that they're going, you know, they're marketing the most, right? The champion's the guy who gets marketed the most. They don't put the world belt on the, you know, some guy from, you know, that nobody knows. They make these guys into big stars like The Rock and like Hulk Hogan and Steve Austin. So that's what they're doing here with this guy. So he's referencing scripture. You get the pentagram, of course, which I showed you before. He always is using the pentagram. And then you get the sign that says conform, right? This is a play off of They Live, obviously, the movie They Live with Roddy Piper, where, you know, constantly, you know, the signs are talking about conform and the brainwashing, the social engineering that goes on in our society. Then you get them in front of Stonehenge, which, right, I've covered so many times, from the, you know, the solstices and the equinoxes where they have these events at Stonehenge and witchcraft is going on. And everybody's like, oh, it's just pagans having fun. This is where they perform witchcraft. What do you think? He's just throwing this in here with his satanic character? Because it's like, oh, it's just a coincidence. I want to show everybody Stonehenge. And then you get, you know, him in front of the Egyptian pyramids. You get them showing, you know, someone doing yoga. Like, these are all things that we all cover. And people look at us like we're crazy. They're showing you all this stuff in a row, right? Yoga. And, you know, I've talked about Aleister Crowley, and he was a big teacher of yoga, and that's why, you know, yoga is one of these main things now. We've got goat yoga, Baphomet yoga, right? And opening your third eye, becoming your own god. This
Morse Mutual. How can I be of service?
That they preach that everybody's fallen for, which is just unbelievable. And then you get this one. This is the, I guess the Freemason was probably the most ridiculous one, but you get the Baphomet, right? You see him standing in front of the in front of the Baphomet logo. You see the horns coming out of the Baph, and you can see all the sigils and crap written on the side. You can see the pentagrams drawn, the pyramids with the eyes drawn, other sigils that are written there. But, you know, it's all a coincidence, right? It's all just a big old coincidence. Bray Wyatt and the WWE is trolling little old me. I don't think so, folks. This is really happening. We're living in this time period. This stuff that they're doing, they're not basing their writing off of watching YouTubers like me, okay? This isn't stuff that's talked about on the mainstream, so how would they know about all this stuff? You tell me Vince McMahon is sitting there with his thumb up his rear end watching my channel? I doubt it. I seriously doubt it. And even if he was, why would they put this type of, you know, occult symbolism in it with a character who is playing somebody who is pushing demonic possession and people becoming demonically possessed by saying, let me in, and then having Lucifer hold up a sign that says, let me in. This is what's being marketed towards kids now, towards teens. This is the stuff that's cool, right? I've been saying this for years now. Have you seen the flip? How Lucifer, the TV show Lucifer, he's the cool guy. Bray Wyatt's the cool guy. Who's the bad guy? Who's the ones they mock? Us, Christians, truthers, people who are awake. The dumbed down masses out there, the sheeple, they just continue to eat this stuff up, and they just laugh like everything's a big joke. Well, I've said it before, I'll say it again. They ain't going to be laughing when the trumpets sound. And thank you for listening to today's show. Please consider checking out the website if you haven't. Again, callforanuprising.com. And if you haven't become a patron, please consider doing so. A lot of people at the end of the month drop out of being patrons. It's pretty frustrating, but this channel...
Ramsey the Truth Brothers.
Ignorant assholes that sit there and stare at television.
If you're like me, then you like to get... war.
Night.
I'm sorry. But I don't want to be a member. That's not my business. I don't want to rule or conquer anyone. I should like to help everyone if possible. Jew, Gentile, black man, white. We all want to help one another. Human beings are like
I live a life of a thug, hope you understand. Forgive me for my mistakes, I gotta play my hand. And my hands on the 16 shot, semi-automatic, crooked cop killing clock. Tell me, dog, can you feel it? Show away. I'm praying, but my enemies won't go away. And everywhere I turn, I see niggas burn. Every nigga that I know's on death row. Elementary wasn't meant for me. Came for credit. I'm headed for the penitentiary. And cutting blasting, I'm fucking blasting. Straight mashing, mobbing through the overpass laughing. While these other motherfuckers try to figure out. No doubt, they jealous other niggas clown. Tell me, Lord, can you feel me? I keep my finger on the trigger. The rest of it's suppressing. They punish the people that ask questions and don't live for death. And I wonder is after death, after my last breath. Nobody's being buried. I'm losing my homies in a hurry. They relocating to the cemetery. Question I wonder is after death, after my last breath. Question I wonder is after death, after my last breath. Can you feel me?
Motherfuckers out here tripping. Yeah. Hell motherfucking yeah.
Have you really thought about your part in this participation? My prediction, bloody murder, similar to administration. Now in fairness to conversation, cause it's your face, so take the time to contemplate what you'll be facing. Talking that hip-hop shit, don't get shot, bitch, cause you can tell all in your click, the epochs, dick, the clips, and prepare for the motherfucking death blow. Cause every rapper in the industry is history, it's death row. Not bad from inside, got me preoccupied. I make it down before the ropes like the mother hoes. The intricate designs on my lethal rhymes, criminal rhymes, from the minds of a thug, shaking state time, take it to the next phase. You had your time to talk shit, now bitches busters getting checkmated. These days, motherfuckers talk shit and turn snitch. When you see them, they ain't talking about shit. When I finally get the rest of this suppression, they punish the people that ask questions and those that possess. The question I wonder is after death, after my last breath. The question I wonder is after death, after my last breath. Nobody's being buried, I'm losing my homies in a hurry. They relocating to the cemetery. The question I wonder is after death, after my last breath. The question I wonder is after death, after my last breath. When will I finally get the rest of this suppression? They punish the people that ask questions and those that possess. The question I wonder is after death, after my last. Outlaw riders, west side death row, ain't scared to die. Ain't scared to die. Murderous mind state, can't keep my nine straight, sipping on this Hennessy, waiting for the time to break. Show up and motherfuckers bow down, recognize west side death row, outlaw riders. A touch of mom for pistol packers, well-known fellas labeled for drug selling, merciless jackets. Fast for blood roll with thugs and dogs, commence to letting on rounds and escaping the fog. Who wanna see me solo? Catch Machiavelli while he's sleeping. My mini 14 murdering niggas while they creeping. W.S.
out. Drink till you pass out. Ain't scared to die. Drunk driving in my glass house. Niggas is under me. They bitches come to me. They heard the stories, nigga. Now they wanna really see. Going first, my motto is fully guaranteed. Niggas is player haters. Labeling my enemies of dumb. Going first, my motto is fully guaranteed. Ain't scared to die. Catch Machiavelli while he's sleeping. My menu 14 murdering niggas. West side, death row. Going first, my motto is fully guaranteed. My menu 14 murdering niggas while he's sleeping. West side, death row. Catch Machiavelli while he's sleeping. Only rock stars that think they got me. I'm on Superman shit now. They shouldn't shot me. Cause I'm convinced that my fraud is real and God.
I got no big up lines, I stay on the grind. I tell them it's on the time, bitch, get in my car. Got my 64, I know they can smoke. And when I open the door, bitch, get in my car. I got no big up lines, I stay on the grind. I tell them it's on the time, bitch, get in my car. Got my 64, I know they can smoke. And when I open the door, bitch, get in my car.
Until they notice me, I got the fans wondering who broke the law. Fuck doing dividends with guns, I broke the jump. Words on the line. I bet you don't know who to trust. So many player hating niggas wanna sound like us.
Want to grow your small business? Neil Patel had this to say: the flexibility you'll gain by using Keep.
All eyes on me, like the
Come on.
Nigga walk up in this
Whack.
All eyes on me, like the thug nigga.